Hi, I'm Noel Bowers, the drama teacher at Askew Elementary. Welcome to my drama lesson today. This is for grades 3 through 5. We're going to be making puppets. Yes, not this puppet, not this puppet. This is a puppet I own, but we're going to be making puppets today. If you would like to find this lesson and other drama lessons, you can look at HISD at Home's main page and look under elementary students, scroll down to the fine arts part, and you'll find art and music lessons. Click on expand all and you can find things for grades 3 through 5. Also this week on our drama page, you can find lessons on Shakespeare and a virtual tour of the globe where Shakespeare did all of his theater, and as well as some fact sheets on special effects and on costume cosmetics. And there's also a set design challenge where you will read one of your favorite books and then set design like as if you're going to make a set for a play to be acted out like we did last week. Remember last week we acted out from some of the story of Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Today maybe you can use your puppet to tell that story. Now, I have things that I've used in the past. I showed you one puppet I've made. I have lots of materials here. Things like some sticks, like popsicle sticks to make puppets. The main thing you might need today is a sock, because we have a sock puppet. But also things like glue, construction paper, things like that. Markers, definitely if you have any markers. I'm going to give you a chance to get those, and we can do a physical warm-up while you're getting supplies. If you have any felt, pages of felt, you could use that. Obviously you can watch this and then after the program you can make stuff on your own. So let's do a physical warm-up just to give us some activity for drama today. So we're going to do what's called the brain dance. The first part of the brain dance is to just breathe. So breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Focus on your breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Sorry if I'm overdressed today. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, that's our breathing. The second part of the brain dance is called tactile, where you slap yourself, squeeze yourself, rub yourself all over. Wake your body up. Tap yourself, tap lightly. That is tactile. Oh, tapping yourself all over, like you're putting on powder. All right, next, we're going to focus just on upper and lower. This is number 3. So let's focus on our upper body first. Try to keep your lower body still, just focusing on your upper body. Let's try to make a big circle. Circle your upper body. Keep your lower body still if you can. Now, tick-tock like a clock, side to side. Okay, very good. Try to run just with your upper body. Keep your lower body still. Very good. Okay, next is lower body. So freeze your upper body somehow. And then start to just move your lower body. Try to make a circle with your hips. Bend just your knees. Keep your upper body still. If you like, this is like doing squats. March just with your lower body. Keep your upper body still. So that's upper and lower. Next we'll work on body side. If you imagine your body having 2 halves, your left and your right, let's take one side and move it. Keep the other side still. Let's just start with an arm. Now put your weight on one leg. Try to move just one side of the body. Keep the other side still. This is a good one. Elbow to knee. Now let's switch this side. Elbow to knee. There we go. Try moving one half of your body. Keep the other half still. Body side. All right. Now, core distal. We will spread away from the core as far as we can. Reach with your arms, your legs, your head. And now bring everything close to the core. Really tight. Now spread away from the core and really tight. Big, like making a big star. And really tight. Okay, very good. Now it's cross lateral. You're going to take one hand on one side, one foot on the opposite side. Try to reach out and touch them in the middle. This one here, other side. Switch hands, switch feet. If you're coming back from gathering puppet materials, just join us. Now we do one side, then the other. I call this the stranger walk. There's nothing stranger than a stranger. If you walk like this, you will look stranger than a stranger. All right, very good. Now, after body side, we're gonna do head to tail. So you think of your spine going from your head all the way down to your tailbone. So we're gonna first just drop the head, drop the shoulders, slowly roll down the spine, and let yourself just hang here. Relax and let your lower back release those muscles. Now slowly roll up the spine. All right, that's head to tail. Now the last one is vestibular, where you get to kind of swing your body different directions. Swing your body, spin your body, spin in a circle. Now stop and let's breathe again. All right, very good. Into the nose, out of the mouth. Okay, hopefully everyone has gathered all of their puppet making supplies. Let me try this here. I have a little table where we can make this all right here. Hello, I have puppets. I have different things for us to make puppets. First, I would like to show you a few puppets that a friend of mine made. Her name is Katie Jackson. She makes them out of felt. You can see this puppet, and it is a finger puppet. It goes right on your finger, and you have a puppet there. What she's done is she's taken one piece of felt and basically wrapped it around and glued around the edges. Taken other felt to glue on the eyes, nose, ears, whatever shape she wants. Here's another one. This is like a little chicken. Okay. She even made this guy. Oh yeah! It's a fun one here. I like this one. Our friend the police officer. Uphold the law. There we go. Very good. Those are, you can make a felt. Now, I do this at my school occasionally, and my kids have made some felt puppets. This is a hamburger. You can see on the back, they've attached a place for me to, for you to stick your fingers for your hamburger, and a soda. This is actually made from some red duct tape. And you can see on the back a place to attach the finger there. So you can have a little scene. Hey man, where's everybody been? I don't know. It's like everybody's been hiding out inside. Nobody's coming out. That's good. Social distancing. That's right. So these guys can talk. And then they might say, well, hey, where's our friend French fries? Some kids made this here. You just got a fry container like, hello, hello, we're here ready to be eaten. Inside, that's the French fries. They just made using some things around the house that might be discarded. Otherwise, they can recycle. So here's another puppet I'll show you that someone used. We had some googly eyes on here and they broke off. So I just used a marker to fix it. That's how we work when you can't go to the store and buy googly eyes. But they just put felt on top of an old glove. So then for my puppet show, I could have the glove. Hello everyone, welcome to the puppet show. I'm your host, Doug Glove. Now, one thing I think about when I'm doing voices is I try to have like contrasting voices, like a high-pitched voice and a low-pitched voice, things like that. Someone talks really slow, another puppet talks really fast. So that's something you can think about while you're making your puppet. Now, this is stuffing. Stuffing is something that you can use to stuff that you'll need later when we're gonna make a sock puppet. The thing is, this is stuffing out of an old stuffed animal that didn't make it. So I made that. I keep all the stuffing inside this bear puppet here so that if I need it, I'll have it. I thought if you don't have stuffing, one of the things you can use is some old plastic bags, even some newspaper, something just to wad up that you're gonna need to stuff inside of the sock today. Now, first of all, I want to show you about the easiest puppet to make is a popsicle stick puppet. If any of you have popsicles, some people like to eat them, right? Some people like to just have them melt on the ground and not eat them. I don't know why. But I'm just going to draw like a couple of eyes on here and a mouth, okay? Like that. It's pretty simple. See, look. Hey, what's up, man? Okay, maybe he's wearing a suit or a tie. So let me draw a little tie on him. Right, suit here. Then he's got another friend, okay? So they can have a scene where the two of them carry on a conversation. So let's draw a little face here. Now this is pretty shoddy artwork. This artwork is not the best. I am not the art teacher, I'm the drama teacher. I'm just kind of giving you an idea, and then you go to art class and learn how to make them really fancy. So this might be like, boy, I sure miss going to school. Me too. I miss all my favorite teachers. Yeah, me too. I can't wait to go back. Yeah, me too. All right. But I'm enjoying learning at home, learning about making puppets. So that's an easy, simple puppet you can make. Another one is a sock puppet. Man, where's my sock? I should have just taken one off. Okay, right here. Now, one thing you could do with a sock puppet is you could just draw on it with magic markers. Okay? That's the very simplest. If you don't have a scissors, or you can't use scissors or anything like that, and you just put your hand in the puppet like this, okay? And you can make him bite your other hand, and that kind of gives it a mouth. Hello, I can speak, but I don't have eyes yet. Help! So then I would get a marker, draw a couple of eyes on here, okay, with the marker. Make sure you get permission, because that marker on your sock, then if you try to wear the sock later, your marker is going to end up on the inside of your shoe, okay? So you don't want to do that. So make sure it's an old sock. You're not going to... Not too old. Not too old of a sock. You want a sock that's kind of old, kind of new, or a new sock, a big one, okay? If you can, a big one for your hand. All right. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the sock and find where the heel is. Some socks have a heel. If we find the heel right here, that's kind of going to be where our mouth is. Now, we're going to make a little hat up here. So the way you do this is you get like a rubber band, okay? And you wrap the rubber band just around there, just enough like to give you some space to put a hat on it, okay? If you don't have a rubber band, use some tape, use one of your own hair clips, something. Then, if you have stuffing, you want to put some of that stuffing inside here. This will be part of the head. So I'm going to try to do that now. Let me pull some stuffing out of here. Man, he's lucky. He's got real stuffing. Yeah, you probably do too. You know, you have old stuffed animals, but some of them are sentimental and you don't want to tear them up. You know, you just make sure you get permission. So look what I've done there. There, you can already kind of see where the mouth is going to be. Kind of right there. See, now you have kind of a head to work with. You can put like a hat on it. You could get another glove or something to put on top. That becomes a hat. Okay? We're going to make some eyes and stuff now. I want to show you for the mouth. You got to make a circle. You got to cut out a circle. And what I'm using is some mail out that I got. You know, you get things in the mail that your mom doesn't want. She just wants to throw away. It's just a postcard. This guy ran for office. Okay, so I'm going to try to cut a circle out of this one. The reason I'm using this material is it's a little bit sturdier. It's not going to fall apart too easy under the glue, you know? So once you've made a circle, then you fold this in half, like this, see? And then that is going to become where the mouth is once we glue it on the sock, okay? So the mouth like this will glue right in there, okay? So that will hold and be his mouth, all right? And then we're gonna make some eyes real quick. So, I'm gonna save this piece for later. I'm gonna do all my gluing at the end. Well, maybe I'll glue the eyes on right now. I'll see what I can do. Okay, so I was thinking I have a white sock. So let me make his eyes maybe a different color. I'll have the black eyes for people. Here's one I made yesterday, and I used opposite. I used the black eyes with the white pupil so that, you know, it could say, hey, what's going on? You see I put a hat on him. He looks kind of scary. Anyway, so that's one that you can, that's the one we're trying to make here. All right, so I'm going to use pink. Now, that may look like he has sickness. Let's try the green. He has green eyes. Very nice. Okay, so I got to make 2 little circles using my scissors. Just cut in circles. You guys are in 3rd and 4th grade, so I know you guys can use scissors. Let's see here, but make sure your mom is there with you helping. Okay. So I have I have these parts of the eyes right here. Okay, and I'm going to just glue them right above the mouth. That's where the mouth would be. So let me find my glue right here, hiding under the sock. I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue right there. Dab one eye here. Rub it around, okay? Pretty much at this point, you've decided, yeah, I'm not gonna wear these socks again. It's not gonna happen. Another dot of glue, and you just put a little eye there. Look at that. He's already looking great. His eyes are two different colors. Two different sizes. Working on sizes. Now what I want to do is put a darker pupil, like the color black is a dark of my pupils. Black on the inside. Okay, so let me find my scissors again. As you can see, I don't keep my workspace as neat as I should. But I can make these little dots for the pupils of his eyes. Okay? Please make my eyes where I can see. I can be practicing voices while I'm cutting. Now, speaking of which, when you are working with puppets, you've got to think about how the mouth works. It opens on every syllable. It opens on the syllables. If I can make my hand open on the syllables, that will work. I can think of flicking syllables. I'm flicking. Now my mouth, the jaw drops. Maybe your mouth's jaw drops as well. You can look, okay? I tell you what, as a kid, I would make lots of voices based on like cartoons that I would watch. Funny guys on TV would make a voice and I would try to imitate it. A lot of the ways to make voices are to learn to imitate. You don't want to imitate your brother while he's mad at you, or any family member. You don't want to be disrespectful, but sometimes playing around, imitating, even if you like someone's voice. Here we go, look at that. I don't know, I think he needs eyebrows. Imitating a voice you see on TV, things like that, that can help you learn to do voices for a puppet. All right, I will make a nose blue. He will have blue nose. I'm just going to use a triangle nose. All right. That's going to look good. Let me get a little glue, tap it on there real quick, and then you can see this. All right. Check this out. Okay. I've got the eyes and nose glued on, so if I go ahead and do the mouth now, I've got to be pretty careful about it. Okay? Let me go ahead and find, where did I put it? Right here. Okay? Now, this side is more white. Let's do this. I could even color the mouth now if I wanted to. I'm going to try to glue this on. Now, I'll actually wait on this because here's what I wanted to show you. On my puppet I made earlier, I made a hat for him. So this is what you do. You would just take a square piece of fabric, whatever color you choose, and kind of put it on like a bandana. You know, make it, fold it in half to make a triangle. Yes, triangle. Very good. Then, you just tie it around here. I'm gonna tie it around in the back. Just a little knot there. Okay. Like this part in there, just like a pirate. Ah, now it doesn't look, it looks like he has a mustache. Okay, the mouth will be here. Let me try to put the mouth in. Okay. I have to rewind and find where I put the mouth. Okay, you know what? If I can't find that mouth, I'll make another one. This time, I'm gonna use this mouth where it doesn't have any writing on it. I'm gonna use the total blank part. It was a happy accident. I'm sure you people at home know where it is. Now, I'm gonna actually color the inside of his mouth with some redness like it's his mouth. I'll draw a line here, fold it in half. This will be his mouth. And then let me just draw a little red in his mouth here, yeah. Oh, if I just do the bottom part of his mouth red, that'll look like maybe that's his tongue. Okay. Yes, all right. Now, so I'm gonna place it, remember where I said how the heel of the puppet will be the mouth. So I'm gonna place it right here. Let me get a little glue. I'm gonna take his hat off for now so I don't mess that up. All right, a little glue on here. All right. Sometimes when you're using glue and it doesn't open, you just open it, okay, when the glue doesn't come out. All right. I'm gonna mostly go around the edges because I really want it to stick to the sock. Now, the one I made yesterday, it really had to dry like overnight. Man, it was a while that it was drying, and I kept testing it. Oh, is it working? And then now it's just ruined. Okay, I'm gonna put my hand in to kind of help place it. Here's kind of where I want it. But let him bite your finger, but not too hard. Let him bite, and that gives you like a little mouth. I look so cute. Here's my part that we put here. Let me just tap there. Bite down, just like the dentist. Okay, now I can see where my thumb is not covering over, so maybe I'll use 2 fingers here to kind of hold it there. I think you said, how long do I have to keep this on? I mean, I would just leave it. I'm actually gonna try to take it off, holding it in place as much as I can. Now that it's off, I can kind of really push the glue down. And I mean, y'all work with this kind of glue more than I do even. You know it takes a while to dry, so just be patient. Leave it while this is drying, then we can use our other puppets that we've made to tell a story. Now, we talked about how last week we were looking at the book, The Diary of the Wimpy Kid, and we talked about how when the cheese was discovered by Greg, he ran off and found the cheese and was like, oh, it's still here, remember? Oh, it's been here since last year. So what I want to do is let's use one of your puppets to make it tell the story. I can use this cat. There's some of my stuffing on there. I'll use this cat and pretend like, you know, right now there's no one at school. So this cat is probably walking around the school like checking things out. So if this was part of Diary of the Wimpy Kid, he might do something like this.
Oh, hello. What's that on the ground? I've never noticed cheese out here. Let me just smell. Oh, that cheese smells like it's been there for a long time. I better not eat it. I might get sick. Oh, when the kids come out, I'll watch from across the way.
Okay, here comes one of the kids. Oh no.
Oh no, that cheese is still there. I can't believe it's been there so long. I would never touch it. It's so gross. The boys touch the cheese and then they try to touch each other, give them the cheese touch. It's disgusting.
Very good. All right. So you can use the puppet you made today to tell the story. Now, what I would like to do now is think of some other stories that we can use telling puppets. You could think of fairy tales, things like that. So what if we had a bear? I'll take my stuffing. What if he's telling the story of the 3 bears, but this is Baby Bear, and he's telling the story of the 3 bears from his point of view. Okay, like he just came home and here's what happened to him. And then the next day at school, they're like, so Baby Bear, tell us about your weekend. What happened? You know, you were home all those days. What happened?
Oh yeah, so my family and we were home, you know, and so my mom was like, let's cook some porridge. And I was like, yeah, I love porridge. And so she was like making the porridge, and then we were sitting down to eat, and I was like, Mom, this porridge is so hot. And then Dad's like, let's go for a walk. So we left, went for a walk, and then when we came back, Dad was like, shh, everybody, it looks like someone's broken into the house. The door was open, and my dad always closes the door. And he walked in, and the first thing he noticed was his porridge spoon was sitting on the side. And he's like, somebody's been eating my porridge. And then Mom was like, oh no, someone's ate my porridge too. And then they looked at me, and I looked at my porridge, and it was like gone. It was all gone. Someone had eaten all of it. And then when I tried to sit down, my chair was broken. Next thing I know, my dad is heading upstairs, and he's looking around, and he's like, shh, there's someone sleeping in my bed. I can tell the covers are pushed back. And my mama said, someone is sleeping in my bed too. Look. And then I saw in my bed, I was like, Mom, Dad, someone's been sleeping in my bed, and she's still there. Ah! And we all 3 roared, and then she like ran away. She ran out the window. I never saw her again.
Thank you. This is the part where we applaud. All right. That was very good. I agree. Just kidding. You now can take a different character in the story, like Mama Bear. What's her perspective? What did she see? I mean, she's the one who made this porridge. She might have wanted to know if the little girl liked it or not, right? Papa Bear, what about him? He comes in, it's his job to protect the house, and he sees someone's been in there. Not just someone, but a human. I mean, think about that as a bear. I mean, wow, that must be amazing. And then, of course, you tell the story from Goldilocks, her perspective. Any of the stories that you love to tell, always think of the character. So we talked about last week, thinking of the character and what they would like to do. Okay, that's all for our puppet lesson. I think we can do a couple of drama games like last week. Let me get back to standing up here. Hopefully you guys have been doing some exercises at home to keep physical. Here is one that we started last week. It was the slow motion race. So you guys feel free to roll slow motion race all over the house. I'm gonna slow motion race into the door. Remember last week we talked about racing about something. What is it that we're running to? Where is it we're going? Okay, so I'm gonna think about that I'm running in because I just heard the ice cream truck is outside, if there are ice cream trucks anymore. So here I am for ice cream truck. And then I'm gonna remember that I don't have money. So hold on. Action! All right, very good. All right, here's another. Let's try this. A slow motion baby throwing a tantrum. Slow motion and silent. Don't forget silent and slow motion of a baby throwing a tantrum. Here we go. Ready? Action. Very good. Good. Let's try a slow motion silent lion roar. Ready? Here we go. Very good. You guys are doing so good. Okay, now next week when you guys come to me, we're going to be working on the puppets, on how to make them breathe, how to make the puppets see things, how they react, how they look. Here's a little preview. If I have this puppet here and I'm trying to make him breathe, think about how you make the puppet breathe. How he reacts when he sees things, how he speaks. Think of the voice that he has. And remember how he uses syllables to talk. Syllables. Hello. Syllables. If you think all syllables have vowel sounds. Vowel sounds. So you can also think of that, of your puppet. Open on the vowel sounds. Hello. Please, please don't make the mistake of going backwards. Some people think because we tap syllables, you tap the puppet. But that's not how my mouth works. Hello. It's hello. Okay. Now, before we go, I'm going to have this guy tell a story. Remember the one where we said about, tell me about the time you, and you say, tell me about the time you, and then you make up something. And then your puppet will tell us. This is something you can practice with before next week. Next week, make sure that you bring your puppet that you made today. Also, make sure that you check the HISD at home page and look for the fine arts section. Okay, Turtle, tell me about the time that you met a dinosaur. Oh yeah. Well, I'm not sure if it was a real dinosaur. Okay, well tell us about the time you met any kind of dinosaur. Oh, well, I was in Houston and I went down to the museum and I went inside and there were dinosaurs there. That's it? That's your story? Yeah. Okay, remember you're supposed to make a fictional story. Make it like, you found a time machine or something. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's it. Yes, remember fiction. I found a time machine and I got on the time machine and I was like, take me back to the dinosaur days. And they were like, there's not a dinosaur days. I was like, oh yeah. Take me back to the time of the dinosaur. And next thing I know, there was a bunch of hulking and jerking, and I fell out, and I woke up, and I was in with the dinosaurs. Good story. Well, thank you guys for joining us this week. I hope you enjoyed the lesson on puppets, and I hope you enjoy what's coming up next on our channel. Make sure and check the HISD at home page for more lessons.